Causes of genetic engineering. Causes of genetic engineering are the cause of many ethical debates. Genetic engineering is gene splicing that is used to create genetically modified organisms, GMOs. Gene splicing can be done for research or even for commercial purposes. However, when GMOs are created, they may cause health problems and environmental damage due to strict regulations. Genetic engineering is a process that provides the cause of genetic engineering. Genetic engineering has been used for many years to cause a change in an organism's DNA. However, it has been controversial and generates much debate between scientists, politicians, environmentalists, and others. This article will look at what causes genetic engineering and why it is so hotly debated. Genetic engineering to meet agriculture needs. One of the most important causes of genetic engineering is to meet agriculture needs. Scientists are using gene splicing to make plants grow better and produce more food for hungry people all around the globe. This has been one way they have met some agricultural needs, but what about next? Well, that's where it gets interesting. In the past, scientists have had to engineer plants one at a time genetically, which can take decades before they are finally cultivated for mass production. But now researchers believe it is possible to create thousands of these new plant varieties within an average year because of CRISPR technology, which allows them to edit DNA with incredible precision by simply removing or adding specific genes to achieve their desired product without having any adverse side effects on other areas of its growth cycle like yield and disease resistance, etc. Using bioengineering, scientists are able to meet agriculture needs and improve the lives of humans. Scientists have recently discovered that manipulating genes in a living organism is not only possible but also relatively easy with the right tools at hand. This discovery has made it so we can now use genetic engineering for more than just food production but also as an answer to environmental problems like pollution or climate change. Causes of genetic engineering. Genetic engineering to meet scientific needs. Genetic engineering has been around since scientists first began tinkering with DNA over 30 years ago. And they've found new ways to use this technology that might not have crossed your mind before. The most common application of genetic editing techniques is CRISPR's, which stands for Clustered Regularly Interspaced Short Palindromic Repeats. This technique involves snipping out an unwanted gene sequence or inserting the desired one using specialized enzymes called nucleases, which cut up strands of DNA like scissors cutting through paper. Scientists use genetic engineering to create new life forms for scientific purposes. Scientists are always looking for ways in which they can improve the quality of our lives and change the way we think about science while also opening up doors to a future that has yet to be seen. Genetic engineering is one such tool being used by scientists today, with their goals ranging from curing diseases plaguing humanity or developing plants more resistant to pests on farms around the world. If we know the main causes of genetic engineering, we should control it. Genetic engineering to meet natural resources needs. Causes of genetic engineering are important too, like to meet our basic requirements. Genetic engineering is a way of manipulating the genetic code to produce desired traits. This technology has been used by people around the world for different reasons, such as reducing environmental damage and improving agricultural production, which may not have ever been possible before this new development. One reason that many individuals are excited about using these techniques on natural resources is that it could potentially reduce exploitation from humans. If we were able to genetically engineer organisms so they can be more resistant or even completely immune to certain herbicides, then less land would need to be sprayed with chemicals like glyphosate. In addition, there will also likely come a time when our ability to generate food through conventional means becomes unable to break down all of what humanity needs. Think climate change. Ever since humans have been civilized, they've had to deal with the problem of scarce natural resources. However, scientists and engineers are now using genetic engineering as a way to combat this issue by creating new sources for these materials. For example, projects like Genesis International's Phytochrome project helps make rice plants more resistant to fungal infections, which speeds up growth rates and ensures an increase in production yields. Not only that, but it also creates crops capable of producing vitamin A-rich foods such as golden rice. Other inventive ways include making better fertilizers out of human waste or turning salt water into drinkable fresh water through reverse osmosis filtration systems, all while saving our planet from environmental destruction at the same time. Genetic engineering to meet medical needs. Genetically modified organisms, GMOs, have been created for a variety of reasons, but most notably to meet medical needs. This was first done in the 1970s when scientists inserted genes from bacteria into animal cells and tried to create an enzyme that would help with clotting blood, now called human factor IX or cognate. Genetic engineering is used by many industries today, including medicine, however it has not always had such positive results. In 1974, Japanese scientist Yoshinori Ozumi succeeded at inserting genetic material from one single-celled organism into another cell type, successfully cloning E. coli bacterial strains which he noted yielded increased growth rates up 60%. It wasn't until 1989 though where GMOs were actually commercially introduced as agricultural products. Medical needs will be met with laboratory-designed, genetically engineered organs. For example, the lungs could have a capacity of 10 liters per minute to meet oxygen demands for patients on respirators or people in high-altitude environments. The above mentioned are all the main causes of genetic engineering.